Hello, what is going on? This is going to be a different type of video for me. So yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but this one's going to be a different type. This is actually going to help people out. So, as you see in the title, how to change your brakes. Alright, so it's going to be how to change your brake pads for a beginner. Um, Anyone can virtually do it. So, and I have done it before, so I'm just going to give you a basic how-to. So, first of all, I'm going to go over some do nots. You never do this while you're changing brakes. Alright, so first of all, don't pull your e-brake. Don't keep that up because it's going to compress the springs if you have a front e-brake or a back e-brake. Usually you have a back one. But don't pull it, you won't be able to change the brake pads. And second, never pump the brakes while the pads are off. It's going to be very difficult to get off, and you can actually ruin your brake pads. I almost did that, but luckily they weren't ruined. If they pop out, then you'll have to change the whole caliper for you. Alright, so let's get into it. So, brake pads, first step is you want to make sure you get the right brake pads for your car. So, you can go on, or you can look at your vehicle and look at your calipers, and they should have, well, they will have a part number. I don't have an example of this, but if you look around, you'll see some numbers and some letters, and you'll know which part it is. So you just look up that type of brake, and then look for the brake pads. Or if you know your car and you know your brakes are OEM, just look up, say, Toyota Camry brake pads, and then they should pop right up. So, next thing is to have the right tools. So, to have the right tools, because there's two different types of brake pads or calipers that I'll be going over. Those are the push pistons in your caliper and a turn piston in your caliper. So for these different calipers, you're going to want two different tools. So a regular caliper should just be flat, and yeah, just be flat, and after to put in the pad you just need to push down. They're saying use a custom tool like this, but I've found that just a clamp works for it. And then different type is going to be the turn brake piston. So it's going to have these little notches. Mine had 4, but it's going to have the notches. And so you're going to want a custom tool to change those brake pads. So this is what the tool's going to look like. 39 bucks. You can find it cheaper. Harbor Freight, yeah. This is the Harbor Freight. This one's pretty good. It's a whole kit. So this one, you just need to push down and turn, and it'll work like a dream. Alright. And then installing your brake pads, just make sure you got the right ones and all that. And then always, maybe, if it doesn't come with it, put some stop squeak on the right side of your brake pad. So on the side without the pad, so you won't hear that annoying squeak. And finally, just test your brakes afterwards. Make sure you put them all in correctly. Make sure you put the tire back on correctly. Speaking of tires, make sure you might want to have an impact gun. I've found out it's just way easier to have an impact gun. So use an impact gun. You might be able to use a socket wrench or just a wrench, but it'll be a little harder. And make sure you get the right torque spec back on your car, because if you don't want your wheel flying off when you're going down the highway. And how to check if your brakes are bad. or brake pads are bad, you'll know. Some of them, they do make an annoying screech. Others, you can just see how they're very low, and they might be dirty or rusty. And so yeah, and now going on to just things you can do while changing the brake pads. You can always clean your rotor. Use some brake cleaner or brake dissolvent or stuff like that. Just be careful not to get in on any paint because it'll eat right through it. So you can clean the brakes and then put on the brake pads, make sure everything checks out okay, and then you're basically good to go. So this should take, if you do the right thing and you know what you're doing, past this video, it should take you at most 4 hours, an hour for each. But it's pretty easy, and thank you for watching. And that's going to be it. So I hope you found this video educational, and now you know how to change your brakes.